What is good, y'all? Welcome to the Tap In with God podcast. It's your host, Terrence Alexander, but y'all already knew that. And y'all know what the deal is with this podcast is to help you consider and ultimately trust God with your decisions, because you don't need Givenchy, you need Jesus. All right. And look, yeah, I got a special guest today. This is my guy. His name is Derrick Botts Jr., a Los Angeles native who's been fortunate to emerge as a freelancer, and he's been an assistant producer for a benefit concert of recording artists like Erica Campbell. He's a graphic designer, and he's also operated as an event planner for multiple birthday parties, baby showers, and he's also a youth leader for his church at Gethsemane's God's Garden of Prayer in Los Angeles, California, under the leadership of Pastor Elder Wayne Botts and First Lady Joyce Botts. And he's also a program coordinator in the Pentecostal Young People's Union under the Pentecostal Assemblies of the World organization. And he's also the founder of IOP Instruments of Praise for over 5 years. And he's emerging as one of his generation's leaders in the areas of ministry and creativity. He's a visionary. He's passionate about empowering and inspiring his generation to use their God-given gifts to edify the kingdom. And lastly, he is engaged to his fiancee, Kaylin. So he is a busy man. He's a man of many talents and many gifts. And that's what we're going to talk about, stirring the gift today. So everybody out there in cyberspace and social media land, give it up for DJ Derrick Botts Jr. Yes, sir.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. You ain't have to say all that.
Oh, come on, man.
Regular.
No, we had to. This is what we do for our guests on Tap In with God. We gonna gas you up.
I appreciate
If you're doing wonderful things, if you're doing things for the Lord, we're gonna gas you up, and we just gonna chop it up with you with some questions, man. But first, just go ahead and talk about your story and introduce yourself, man. Go ahead.
So, like, my man's, first of all, I appreciate the opportunity. This is my guy. I've been knowing him for years. I don't even know how long. That's the problem. Like, I don't even, we go like way back.
Uh-huh.
So I appreciate you. I'm happy to be a part of what you're doing. I'm happy to succeed with you, to be a part of your success. So first, I appreciate you for that. My name is Derrick. Everybody calls me DJ. So from now, he will be calling me DJ because that's my family name, Derrick Jr.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just a Los Angeles native. So I love creativity. I'm a visionary at heart. So I just see things in my head and I try to bring it to fruition. All the ideas that God gives me, they're all from him. Like, I don't know where they be coming from. They just pop in my head. I'll be like, all right, God, let's see if we can make it work. And I'm just blessed that, he gives me the grace and the opportunity to do so.
Yeah.
Not much to it.
Absolutely, man. So yeah, just like you said, you've been raised in church your whole life. You've been doing this for a while. So we're gonna jump straight into it because you have a great event coming up. It's a yearly event. It's called Instruments of Praise, and it's gonna be in Los Angeles, California, at Bethesda Temple Church, a place I'm very familiar with. If you already know the deal. But yeah, but look, you already know what's going on this year. Go ahead and tell them a little bit about it, and I'll ask you some questions just about this event as well. So go ahead, man.
Okay, so this year we're doing a little something different. It's called the Kingdom Creative Conference. This is the first year we're doing a conference, so we're mixing our concert series that we've been doing for 5 years and our revival that I did last year. We just gonna merge the two. So November the 5th and the 6th, that morning we have classes talking about spiritual and mental wellness, and then we have another class about unlocking your gifts. And then that evening we got our annual concert. Special guests include Lena Bird Miles, Lakeisha Solomon, Brandon Perkins, God's Anointed Daughters, a whole host of creatives. And then the following day, Sunday, we have Pastor Brandon Clack as our guest speaker, and Lena will be back. This is a platform for creatives to be an instrument of praise to the King of Glory, just a platform and a space where creatives could use their gift to honor God. So that's just what it is, man.
And that's a beautiful thing, man. You have a hefty lineup, lots of talented people, lots of anointed people for God's kingdom. And like last week, I posted about, tapping in with that gift, that God-given gift. Most people know I play drums. So I posted a video last week of me doing what I do. And I do that for the Lord. I do that in church. And I even do that outside of church as well. So, you just have to tap in with whatever it is God has given you. And, it's even better when you can do it in the Lord's house and for his kingdom. So I'm going to answer you. I'm going to ask you some questions, man. So first and foremost, where did the inception of IOP come from, man?
So actually, I got to give credit to my grandmother,
Hmm.
grand lady.
Yes, of
So let's
course.
start calling her my first lady. I had a mind group of my cousin's little brothers. They used to dance all the time. She's one of their biggest fans, and she always been to praise dance concerts. She was like, DJ, we should do one here at our church. I'm like,
Hmm.
okay, grandma, I got you. So
Yeah.
I started planning. I didn't have a name for it. And one time I was listening to a sermon, and this man was talking about his sermon, how we are instruments
Hmm.
and how we are created to praise. And I
Hmm.
was like, I was sitting next to my grandma. I tapped. I was like, Grandma, that's what's gonna be called the instruments of praise.
Hmm.
Mind you, I'm 16 at the time.
Hmm.
So I took with the name with it. It started off as a dance showcase back in 2016, and I stayed there for a little bit. Showcasing God-given talents. That was my thing. I had brought a rapper in because a lot of times other talents other than singing are preaching is kind of sometimes frowned upon in places. So I wanted to make sure this was a safe place that if you have any other talents that you want to give glory to God to, this event is for you.
Hmm.
And also to open up an avenue, and so the young people know that church is not boring. It doesn't
Hmm.
have to be boring. So with those two things, I started off a dance showcase, and then it kind of just shifted to just open to any type of creativity, any type of creative, whether it's poetry, singing, dancing, rapping. So then I occupied that space right now. And then now the Lord blessed me to move into having an actual service where people could be saved and healed and
Hmm.
delivered and feel the power of God
Hmm.
while ministry and creativity is collided.
Hmm.
So the inception was an idea from my grandmother that God gave me, and He just breathed on it, and it is what it is now, and I'm grateful for it. Like I said, it's the 6th year,
Hmm.
and I'm excited to what God has for the instruments of praise. IOP.
Absolutely, ILP, and for y'all out there, I've been to I think almost all of them. I think either like
Uh,
4 or 5 out of 6 of them. And I remember when it first started, it was just once a year, and then I think last year in 2021 it was twice. Yeah, you did it twice, so that's big
right.
time. And just it's expanding,
That
just
was
like you said.
God.
He's just like he said, that was God. God is breathing on it. God is making it work. And when you have pure intentions, you bring this thing together and you doing it for God's glory. He's going to bless it and He's going to do what He needs to do, and it's going to help the community. And it's going to help others. All right. So, second question. Here we go. So I said this event emphasizes being an instrument of praise for God. Do you believe there is sacredness in being an instrument for God?
Terrence trying to hit me with these questions when he the real bishop.
Oh, come on, man.
That's a loaded question. Let me hear your insight. What's your ideology on the
What is
question?
my ideology? I think, just like I mentioned earlier, there is sacredness in being an instrument for God. There's many scriptures talking about, when I came, I was glad when they said unto me, let us go into the house of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? And
Right, right,
and
right.
just the sacredness, even when the tabernacle and the temples were instituted, just the sacredness of being in that and being in God's presence and worshiping God. It was a very serious act. So I would say, whatever it is you do in, God's house, it is sacred, and we shouldn't look at it, as it's just a gig, this is just regular, this is normal, especially,
That's right.
like myself, anytime I play in church, I'm like, Lord, I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna do my best work because this is a honor and a privilege. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely see it as a sacred, whatever it is you do in God's house. So what do you think about it, man?
I agree. I agree. Our bodies are temples, right?
Absolutely. Hmm.
This temple, we're supposed to honor God, and
Yep.
everything that God has put inside this temple should reflect His glory, should reflect His presence.
Hmm.
So, if my talent, the talents that I have, should also do the same. If I'm supposed to be like Him,
Hmm.
our job as kingdom builders is to draw people in the kingdom.
Uh-huh.
So, everything that I have, my fruit should bear
Absolutely.
the goodness of the Lord.
Yep.
So, it is at the utmost important that holiness and a right mindset, and to look at your gifts and talents, like you said, to be sacred as a sacrifice to God.
Hmm.
So most definitely, and I think there's a misconception of maybe this talent that I have can be used towards God, or this talent that I that I have, or there's something that I like, can be used towards God.
Mhm.
Anything that God has blessed you with can report back to the Father and give Him glory.
Absolutely.
So yeah,
And you know, sometimes we may look at gifts as just like you mentioned, singing, dancing, playing the drums, playing the organ, poetry. But sometimes your gift can be just being a nice person, being inviting, you know, being an usher.
bro,
You know what I'm saying?
talking
Cooking a good meal, talking,
really.
you know, laying hands on people, anything, you know what I'm saying? It can be utilized in God's house. Whatever it is functioning in God's house, it can be utilized. So great
Correct.
answer. Great answer, my bro. Great answer. All right. So third question, I said to you, what is special about being used in God's house or your local ministry, wherever the people may be?
I think for me, it's a little more special because my grandfather is my pastor.
Mm-hmm.
So I have kind of a different take on ministry,
Mm-hmm.
especially serving at home because we serve as a family.
Mm-hmm.
I remember once told my grandma I was leaving the church. She said, "I'd like to see you try." Like, that's not an option for me to leave.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I want to say it's amazing because you get to grow the way you get to grow, but you growing. I feel like I get to grow in love, right? If I mess up or if I don't know a scripture, or I have a better support system, I would say, being
Mm-hmm.
around my family, and I also get constructive criticism in love.
Mm-hmm.
And it's an honor to be able to have an opportunity to grow
Mm-hmm.
at home. And I always make sure that I serve home first before I serve anywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
So I give honor to my pastor, and my first lady
Mm-hmm.
and my church for allowing me the opportunity to do that. So, and you know about that too.
Absolutely, yeah. You know, my grandfather was a pastor as well, and you know, if y'all didn't know, both of our grandfathers go way back. Our families go way
Right,
back, so we've been kin
right,
from the jump. It's been family, you know what I'm saying?
correct,
So I definitely understand what you're saying, and you know, just this, you know, it's so special, you know, just to be in God's house, but to also serve with your family. Just like you said, there's something
right,
truly wonderful about that, and we can go. There's many families, you know, in the church's region where it's like family
right,
oriented, you know, where the family is
right.
really holding it down like they really should, you know, and that's a wonderful thing, man. So beautifully said,
Yeah.
beautifully said. All right. So lastly, and then you can go ahead and just gas up IOP some more, man. So bonus question. If you didn't specialize in praise dance, what would DJ do? What would he be doing in church if he didn't do praise dance?
So let me throw you a curveball.
Okay,
I
I'm
don't
ready. I'm
special.
ready.
I don't specialize in praise dance.
Oh, okay,
I
okay.
think it's like I'm kind of known for dancing,
Uh-huh.
but if I'm to be honest, I'm not. To me at least,
Yeah.
that's not my true like my one of my true giftings. That's a gift I got to work at. Like,
Okay, okay.
some
Uh-huh.
people come natural, but
Hmm.
to me, it doesn't come that natural. Now, I've been a leader over my mind group, the boys, for years, so that's how people associate with me. But my true what was the question? My special,
I
if I
said
wasn't in
yeah,
specialty.
if you didn't do dancing, what would you do in God's house?
So my specialty is actually event planning
Okay,
and just
okay.
gathering people. That's my specialty.
Okay.
That's where I feel like that's in my lane. I'm in my gift. We moving in it. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah.
that's where I am, right.
Mhm.
Just being able to see things and put them together.
Yeah.
Like, so event planning and organizing and just being able to make things complete.
Mhm.
That's where I feel like my lane is.
Yeah.
Now I love dance. I really do, but it's
Mhm.
like that singer who really can't sing but really likes singing. I feel like that relationship with dance.
Oh, come on, man. Come on,
I
man.
feel like you gotta work hard at it.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
being a overseer of dance and dance ministries and being a support system for dance,
Mhm.
yeah, that's me all day.
Uh-huh.
So,
I mean, that's good because you know, hey, look, they always say, you know, whenever the bishop get up, he always says, you know, we got to establish protocol. You know,
correct.
we like order in God's house. You know, things out of order, things is just gonna go crazy. So we need
Right.
event planners. You know what I'm saying? You know, to advertise and to keep things in order when we in church. So beautifully said, bro. But go ahead and gas up IOP some more, man. Say what to expect, where it's at, what date and time, and just tell everybody to be there. I'm telling y'all to be there, but he gonna tell y'all to be there. Go ahead, bro.
Correct. Like I said, November 5th and the 6th, there is no other place you need to be but at Bethesda Temple Church.
Yes, sir.
That's 499 Crenshaw Boulevard, Los Angeles, California. All right. So, like I said, November the 5th, starting at 10:30 a.m., we have some amazing classes taught by some phenomenal teachers. Pastor Rick will be there teaching about unlocking your gifts. And then we're talking about spiritual and mental wellness, which is a topic I feel like we don't talk about in church. And it's okay to go to therapy, love God, get help by God and by the people that He is incorporated to help us mentally.
Yep.
Then later on that evening, we got our concert. Y'all sure already know. If you ever heard anything about IOP, the band, the music department, IOP Worship brings that heat every year. We don't miss. Praise be unto God. Okay, but I don't know. It's something different about the ideas that God gives, how we mix the music, how we sing. It's just fire. We got Lena Bird Miles coming. Something wrong with that lady. Okay, the way her voice is set up. I'm excited for her. I've been trying to get her for years, so I'm finally happy that she's coming to join us this year.
Yep.
And then all my other worshipers and singers and praise dancers. I mean, it's gonna be a time. Like, I'm excited. And then we're going to church on Sunday.
Absolutely.
You know, Pastor Brandon Clack is coming from All Nations. That man is oily. He coming, and it's called the glory experience. So we just come to give God glory. That's all we come to do. Lean us back for praise and worship that day. We got some more other surprises and some special guests coming. And it's free.
It's free.
It's free. I mean,
$3.99.
I don't. If you want that special treatment, you want VIP seating, you can do that. That's $25. It is almost sold out. But and then the classes right now it's on sale. It's a promo code where it's 50% off. So instead of $30, only $15 for 2 classes. Who does that? So you can follow us on Instagram at We Are IOP, or on Facebook, or visit our website at www.weareiop.com. And we just here to love on God, and we going after the glory. That was the theme last year, but that's always the case. We going to God His glory as creatives. Yeah, man.
All facts. Y'all heard what he said. So y'all better be at Bethesda on November 5th and 6th. Look, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there. I'm there every year. Y'all already know I'm gonna be there. And I'm bringing my offering. I'm bringing myself and my offering. He say, look, y'all gotta support. Y'all gotta financially support the man. All right. Y'all see. Go ahead, man. Say what you gotta say. I know you got something to say about that too.
Like I said.
He said,
this has been a ministry that's been funded by myself. And I mean, God has made provisions for me every year. That's how I know that this is something that He supports me in. You know, some people don't know I don't know if God told me this, but last year I had an event, I had a budget, and I was like, I have no funds. I literally got a check in the mail for the exact amount of what the conference cost. So I was like, oh yeah, God.
Yep. He with you. Yep. Facts.
So I appreciate He makes provisions for me every year. I know He's gonna do it this year. But it's like 15 times higher than it's ever been, because this is the first time. So I'm excited. I'm just trusting on faith, leaning on faith. That's all I got.
That's all we can do, man. That's what we're gonna continue to do. So y'all already know what to do. Be there November 5th and 6th. Instruments of Praise. Sir. DJ, thank you again for being on the podcast. I appreciate you, man. This is big. This is huge. And y'all already know what the deal is. Do good, be wise, trust God. Peace out, y'all. Sure.